Have you heard the news? I've set up a third-party campaign group for this election. No, I'm not running for public office, but I've set up this Canadian version of a super PAC. We can campaign against Mark Carney within the Elections Act. Go to forcanada.ca to learn more and help me fight back. Thanks to the incredible support from people like you, we've hit the ground running to raise awareness and educate voters about the threat of Mark Carney. We're making our message unavoidable. You've probably seen some of our ads.
Mark Carney, Trudeau's money man, globalist, China's pal. Weeks in, he jets to Beijing, scores a $250 million loan from their state bank. 11 MPs tied to Beijing. Carney's crew says nothing, selling us out. Foreign cash, secret deals. Carney's Canada.
We've deployed a digital billboard truck. You know our truck. It's already rolling through Toronto, Ottawa, and Hamilton so far in just the last 4 days. It's confronting Mark Carney with things that no one else is going to ask him about, questions about his past that no mainstream media dares to share. Questions about him and Jeffrey Epstein, for example. We've also hired a full-time video editor and graphics designer to produce compelling, impactful content every day of the writ period. We've literally hired full-time ad producers, is what I'm saying. We've also brought on board a dedicated researcher to conduct critical, rapid response fact-checking. By registering my third-party campaign group with Elections Canada, that allows me to raise and spend up to $600,000 in the election. We're off to an impressive start, but this is just the beginning. I'm not only going to buy radio and billboard ads, we hope to do what we call robocalls. Those are automatic recorded phone messages, surveys, mailings, and if we can raise enough money, I'm even going to run some hard-hitting national TV ads, but that's a lot of dough, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Anyways, we've had an amazing first week. To keep the momentum going, I urgently need your help, though. Remember, unlike political parties, we've got an advantage. There is no donation limit to a third-party campaign group like For Canada. Every dollar you give to For Canada can go directly into fighting for Canada's future by showing Canadians who Mark Carney really is, not who the CBC says he is. Please help me ramp up. Make a donation now if you haven't already at forcanada.ca. And if you already have, consider making another. We have just under 5 weeks left to secure Canada's future. Let's not waste a single minute. Thank you very much for joining me in this critical fight. You know, the amazing thing about a third-party campaign is that unlike political parties, there is no limit on how much people can donate to it. I didn't know that. Canadians can donate a maximum to a political party, $1,750, and to registered candidates. But those limits do not apply to third-party campaigns like we have. I plan to use my third-party campaign to go further and harder than anything that Conservatives would do, including talking about things that Conservatives might be squeamish about. For example, Mark Carney's close family ties with Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't know if you recall, that's Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficker. What was Mark Carney doing hanging out with her and Prince Andrew? And why is his wife's family in Jeffrey Epstein's black book? Don't you think we need answers to that? Anyways, that's the kind of stuff we're doing. By the way, this ad was authorized by For Canada.
Would you let Jeffrey Epstein watch your kids? Didn't think so. What about his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell? Hard pass. So why trust him? Mark Carney, Maxwell's friend, not yours.
You can check us out at forcanada.ca or give us a phone call at 289-505-9011. Thanks.